Hello again guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making an opinion video on SoulCalibur 6. It will be on the topic of quote-unquote custom characters ruining ranked matches. I'm going to offer an alternative viewpoint and I hope you can accept it just as that, as a different viewpoint, not as an offense to anyone who has a different opinion on the matter. But before that, I would like to make a couple of important disclaimers. I'm not from the US, I have never lived or traveled to America, and all of my opinions on the American FGC and the people there and various high-profile personas is from the perspective of someone who is outside of the American FGC looking in, okay? Also in my home country I work in the promotional and community management part of the gaming industry, but that has absolutely nothing to do with what I say here on this channel, which is focused on English speakers, okay? You also have to stomach watching me play this awful Astaroth as the Amazon from Dragon's Crown. I just love Dragon's Crown. Okay, with that out of the way, let's begin. In short, I don't think that what Aris is saying is an issue to the extent that he makes it out to be. I love SoulCalibur and I have nothing against the guy, but this fighting game franchise needs all the attention and hype that it can get, okay? People having fun with the game is a good thing and it's important. It brings hype and attention to the game. That's very valuable. Right now the internet is buzzing with crazy amounts of creative characters, and even people that have never played the game before are becoming interested in SoulCalibur 6. Also, everyone with just 2 brain cells to rub in their head can understand that SoulCalibur is a competitive fighting game. It's not a party game, it's not a Sims game or whatever, it's a competitive fighting game. Also, please consider that this game is barely a week old, okay? Some countries already had something like 1 tournament in which players are still going in without knowing everything there is to know about the game or their characters. And so the buzz right now on the internet is showing off weird custom characters and troll characters and so on. But as the time goes on, the attention will surely focus on the real competition with the big tournaments and the big names coming into this game. In those tournaments, customized characters will not be allowed, of course. It's a common sense thing and no one who understands basic things about competitive fighting games will know that just these characters won't be allowed in the tournaments, okay? So to summarize this point, customized characters in ranked is just a thing that allows casual players to have more fun with the game, and it brings more interesting things to watch and won't affect real competition in the long run. My second point is about the problem with the hitboxes and some of the reasons, the actual reasons that people lose ranked games right now. Once again, I want to stress out that SoulCalibur 6 as a full game has been out for barely a week. If we consider that fact, let's try and be honest here. What is the biggest reason that people lose games in ranked right now? Is it the different hitboxes or the general character's unfamiliarity with different moves, stances, advantages on block, or whatever you want to call it, and so on, okay? It's clearly that the character's unfamiliarity is a bigger problem, especially for newer players. I'm not talking about super veteran players that have been around for years and or probably kept playing SoulCalibur 5 all the way from 2012 until SoulCalibur 6 came out. I'm talking about new players that want to actually learn the game and players that have some experience with previous SoulCalibur games but haven't played the game since the interest in SoulCalibur 5 died out. So that will make it something like people that haven't played the game in something like 3 or 4 years. I'm in the last category, by the way. You have probably already seen streams and clips of players getting owned repeatedly by Vodus Mantis Crow stance or whatever. Do you think it would have made a difference if this character with this weird moveset had a half millimeter longer or shorter reach? No, of course not. They just don't know how to deal with the character in general. That's not limited to only casual players that have no interest in the game in the long run. That also goes for new players that are actually using training mode seriously and want to get better at the game and are training and are trying out setups, combos and so on. But they just don't know what character they will encounter in ranked, okay? Even if they have played against Mitsurugi and Sofikia for something like an hour and just want to try out some matches in ranked, they may come across an Ivy player or an Astaroth or Voodoo players that just know what they're doing, and guess what, they'll just get owned, okay? They will not block tricky lows, they will press buttons when they shouldn't, and they wouldn't punish or duck or sidestep the right move at the right time, okay? Smaller hitboxes will play a role in this, definitely, but unfamiliarity with different characters will be a much bigger problem for these players than the hitboxes. Eventually, I hope that after 1 year, there will be more of these new serious players, and eventually they gonna learn proper defense, but that's not a realistic thing to expect from new players that have never played this game before on the first week of the release of a game with 21 characters and dozens of moves. Once again, even veteran players are still discovering new stuff about SoulCalibur 6, and they have been playing SoulCalibur for something like 15 to 20 years, okay? Please consider that. By the way, I will venture out to say that people that customize their characters as freaking shells or giant apples with the modes on PC are not very good players in the game to begin with, and have no real desire to learn the game in the long run or become better or learn defense or something like that. They just want to throw people, okay? Finally, let me say that in my opinion, even if you don't like to see custom characters in ranked and you wanna be a serious player, no matter how you slice it, you will actually find good players in ranked. Gonna talk from my own experience here, but in the last 15 ranked matches that I played, I have found one good Astaroth player, one good Sofitia player, and one good Nightmare player, okay? I immediately send them a friend request and I can play a session with them sometimes. When you go higher in ranks, I imagine that the density of actual good players will become bigger. So despite of having the option to look for players on Discord, on 8-Way Run or on Facebook groups, etc., when you find good players in ranked match, you actually know that they are playing the game right now, and you can request a session or a private match with them, and it's more likely that they will accept because they are playing the game right now, okay? That's actually a good and valuable asset when you're trying to become better at the game, and having to stomach a couple of bullshit matches against Ronald McDonald or Skeletor or Homer Simpson or whatever is not that big of a deal, considering you can actually find good players there. Okay, so that's it, that's my point. I hope you guys understood what I was trying to say. Also, once again, I want to say that I'm not from the US, and having the craft to find good players online for me is a much bigger deal than probably for some of the players in the US. So yeah, I hope this makes sense, and I hope I was able to convey a valuable and interesting viewpoint on the subject. I love this game and I hope you like it too. I'm not trying to, once again, I'm not trying to trash talk Aris or someone else with a different opinion. I just think that what I'm saying here can be useful and can be a valuable asset to this conversation, okay? Thanks for sticking around till the end and enduring my awful matches with Astaroth as the Amazon from Dragon's Crown. And after a while, after I upload all of my tech videos and combos, wall combos and little hit combos and ring out options with Raphael, I'm going to be uploading some actual ranked matches and matches against actual good players, so stick around for that. Once again, thanks for watching my video and I will see you guys around next time. Bye!